Welcome to Eat, Cook, Learn, Love Food. I'm Paul, and today you're in for a treat. We're going to do a beautiful twice cooked goat cheese souffle. Here's a recipe. Okay, so twice cooked souffle. So what we actually do is I'm going to do it all in front of you. Then we cook the souffle in the ramekin, and then we take it out of the oven. We let it cool. We take it out of the ramekin, and then when we want to serve it, we place it on a tray with cream and put it back in the oven. So it's a twice cooked souffle. They can be made ahead of time, like 3 days ahead of time. I've never frozen them, but again, good one for a dinner party. You can make the souffles, put them in the fridge, take them out when you... I'm actually going to use a muffin tray as well. And this is going to be my water bath, the baking tray. So that fits snug in there because I'm going to make little mini ones, okay? This recipe, guys, home to make your souffle, 80 grams of butter. And then we have the remaining butter placed into a saucepan, put on the heat. This is going to be the butter to grease our ramekins or grease our muffin tray. The remaining butter that we've weighed out, so butter in the saucepan, and we're going to place this on the heat too. And to the butter, we're going to add our flour. So this is called a roux in French terms. A roux, it's a thickening agent. What we're going to do with that is we're going to grease our ramekin, like so. This will just prevent any sticking, okay? And inside the ramekin, we're just going to have a little bit of grease-proof paper cut to the diameter of the size, and a little bit more butter. That will just give another extra precaution of using our brush. We're just going to generously place. Now, even though this is a non-stick muffin tray, we really want to make sure we grease it still. Okay, we don't want anything sticking. Okay, so with our greaseproof papers, we're just lining our baking tray. Is our butter. So we've melted our butter in a saucepan, and we're going to add our measured out flour, like so. And we're going to make a white roux, okay? So here we have our butter and flour in the saucepan, and we're just going to continue to cook this. Just for a step to do is separate our eggs. So we need a dozen eggs, and we want the yolk and the egg white separated. Be very aware not to get any yolk in the egg white. This is important because the egg yolk has fat, or it's full of fat, and we have to whisk these egg whites up. So we do not want any. It is still white. It's really nice and hot now, and this is when we now start to add. So we incorporate the roux with the milk, and we're making what a lot of you'll know as a bechamel sauce. Step is we have to whisk our egg whites. Now in a stainless steel bowl, now you'll have an electric whisk, so you can do a beater, but we have to whisk our egg whites till they're a lovely firm peak. And cheese sauce to cook out, or bechamel to cook out our bechamel or white sauce. And you can see it's coming away from the pot very easily. Okay, you always have a taste of this. Salt, so a generous sort of tablespoon. We're then going to add our Parmesan cheese, and about 3 yolks at a time. And we're just off the heat now. So it comes off the heat. The reason being, we don't want it to stick and burn. So off the heat, we now whisk in, or beat in, the egg yolks. Again, with the remaining egg yolks. Our lovely goat's cheese goes in as well. A beautiful very cheesy and smooth batter consistency. Again, one more taste. Going to make sure it's not too. Next thing we have to do is with our egg white, just half the amount, and we're now folding the egg white through the mixture. Okay. Okay, so the batter we fold. We don't want to overwork it, but we also need it to combine the batter and the egg white. Our beautiful goat's cheese souffle mixture. Using a ladle, we're going to put our batter goat's cheese mixture into each little dish or muffin tray. Now I'm filling these right to the top. Okay, I don't want to, they will puff up, you'll see when we take them out of the oven, but we really want them full to maximize the volume, okay? That one might be a bit over full, but we can fix that. Let's just get a spoon. Just take out a nice amount of that one. Okay, so here we have our goat's cheese souffle ramekins. We've filled up our little muffin trays. Next thing we do is put a water bath, like a bain-marie, into the tray, because they're not cakes, they're souffles, so they need to bake in the oven in a water bath. Okay, so this tray is perfect. We've got the water just underneath the lid. Nice hot oven for approximately 20 minutes. Goat cheese souffles are in the oven. We're going to make some parmesan wafers. These are a really beautiful parmesan wafer cracker that's nice to serve with your souffle. It gives it a nice crunch. So to make these, we get some greaseproof paper. We get our parmesan cheese and we just do little mounds of it. Not really flat, just about a half a centimetre thick. Cheese melts, it will create like a wafer, and then when it's cold, okay, that should do it. They're cooking, so they're actually, this will all make sense later, but at the moment we're just trying to cook the souffles, okay? So they're looking beautiful. So we'll take those out of the oven. So with our souffles, once we've taken them out of the oven, they're a beautiful little thing. We just leave them alone, okay? We just push them to the side. You can even let them sit in the water bath and then wait till they've cooled down. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is serve our souffle with something. Now this can also be prepped a day ahead too. So I'm thinking some beautiful little trussed tomatoes. So these are stunning at the moment, summer, so they're beautiful. So we'll get a large baking tray, and on here we'll put, so we've got 12 souffles, so we'll give like 3 tomatoes each. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's like so, because those branches will sort of get in the way. Then, now think about the bay leaves before. When we made the souffle mixture, you can put the bay leaves in the milk and bring it to just simmer it, warm it up. So the bay leaves will steep in that milk, then strain it, then when you go to make your souffles. Sea salt, we're gonna have, so the zucchini is a lovely additive. Now let me just check those parmesan wafers. Here's our little parmesan wafers cooking. You can see they've got to go brown, but they're getting there. Okay, so with the zucchini, again, I've got 3 zucchinis for 12 serves. So here we have, and we're just going to cut the zucchini into a nice little triangle, like so. 2 zucchinis is probably enough, but our zucchini, and I think a little might go astray with this guy. Okay, onions. And these onions, we're going to, again, cut them in little sort of semicircle, into little, okay. We put salt on there. Next, olive oil. Nice, generous amount. Black pepper. And garlic. Remember our garlic that's in the fridge? So again, you can get heads of garlic, smash them, and have cloves all scattered through. Or in your fridge, you should have your garlic, like about 6 cloves of garlic. That'll all steep through there. Lovely flavour. And here we have our zucchini, tomato, onion, bay leaf, thyme, and garlic. Salt, pepper. This guy is going to go in the oven for about half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour in a hot oven, even 300 degrees. Okay, our parmesan wafers have just come out. You can see how beautiful, and just a nice little tinge of brown. So they're ready to go. So once we've cooked our soufflés and they've cooled down, we're going to get a knife like so. And we basically also just get some oil spray and spray a large baking tray, like so. And then our soufflés should just really pop out. They shouldn't, we've greased them well. So here are our gorgeous little soufflés. Okay. I just want to be careful of the paper that's on the bottom. Okay, the paper should come off. Yep, it's in the bottom. So there are our little soufflés. So your recipe, I've doubled the recipe, so I've made a dozen, but the recipe will make, funnily enough, you'll make your recipe, you should get a dozen. I've made some other larger style ones, so your recipe will make a dozen of these quite successful. Okay, so there's our muffin tin. All our soufflés are out. Paper's off. And these guys here are ready to go. So these can be made 2 or 3 days ahead of time in your fridge. When your guests arrive, or when you want to serve these, whether you've got 6 or 12 guests, you'll put 12 into a tray like so. Thicken cream, a little bit of salt, thicken cream. 2 tablespoons over each soufflé. Okay, a good generous pour over each soufflé. Put the whole thing in the oven at 180 degrees. Put them in there for about 20 minutes. Check them after 20 minutes. These soufflés should have pretty much doubled in size, and they'll have nice brown grill marks on top, like a bit of colour. They'll suck up that cream and be puffy. What you do then is you lay out so you can give 2 each for a main course, 1 each for an entree. So again, in the oven, take them out when they're all puffy, have your 12 plates laid out, put each soufflé onto each plate and serve it with the roasted vegetables I'm going to take out of the oven soon. And you've got your goat's cheese soufflé. Okay, so next thing is we've made our soufflés. It's the following day and we've gone, okay, one person or 2 of you just want to have a soufflé for dinner. So you get the soufflé, put a bit of oil in the bottom of the pan, cream, just a generous amount of cream over the top. You can put a bay leaf in there. You can put a bay leaf in there, a sprig of thyme, a little bit of pepper, a little bit more cheese if you've got it, and we're going to put this guy in the oven for about 15-20 minutes and you'll see what happens. Here's an example of one soufflé. Here I have one of them, or you could put 2 or 4 in here, in a pan, and we've actually made a Yep, so we'll put cream over the souffle. See how it's sucked up all the cream? The cream has in turn gone into the souffle to puff it up and make it really fat and juicy. All right? Unlike a sweet souffle, these are not going to sink. But again, you do not do this. You take them out of the oven to serve immediately or within 5 minutes. You don't let them sit around, okay? So to plate up our dish, we get our souffle and we place it in the middle of the pan. So you can see how wobbly it is. It's a beautiful thing. We then garnish that with, like we discussed before, 3 of these nice heirloom tomatoes, 3 bits of our zucchini, a couple of little bits of onion. We'll get some of those beautiful juices from the pan, like so. We've got our basil leaves over the top. Just one little tip too, you may decide to put cheese on top of your souffle before you put it in the oven. If you do that, you'll find that it will go brown and crunchy on top. So here we have a little drizzle of olive oil, a little sprinkle of sea salt, that little garnish of bay leaf that was in there, you can use that as a garnish if you like. And we rest our parmesan wafer to the side. Oops, so you can stand it up. And here we have our stunning goat's cheese souffle with a parmesan wafer. Enjoy your cooking. If you need to know any more, you're not sure, please email me at info or eatcooklearnlovefood@gmail.com or go to the website www.eatcooklearnlovefood.com.au and send me a message. Enjoy your cooking. This is a winner. Nice and easy. A crowd pleaser. Thank you.